Right after this white suburban mom comment, and let's try and clear the air, because you're talking about the Common Core standards, correct? And I actually first really heard some people engaging about it from the inside, sitting in a nail salon months ago, two teachers talking about parents who are really having a tough time. And they were talking kind of about the intricacies of it and the challenges there. Yet you made a comment about white suburban moms. It sounded like you were frustrated, but it insulted a lot of people.
Yeah, there are. I mean, you do understand there are a lot of people really angry. Yeah. And you know how I know this? Because my Twitter feed has been packed for about 4 days about people being angry about it.
Oh, my Lord. Me too.
What were you getting at?
My wording was clumsy, and I apologize for that. My message was very simple. When you raise standards, that's a challenging thing. And I was challenging state school chief officers to do a better job of articulating why raising standards is the right thing for all children. What happened historically is far too many states, and you know this well, they dummied down standards. And we were lying to children and families across this country for far too long. And when you lie to children, the only group that benefits, guess who that is? That's politicians. Children lose, parents lose, ultimately our country lose. Many states around this country are doing the very hard work of raising standards now. It's the right thing, but we have to better communicate that to parents. That was the message I was trying to make.
So we can maintain our competitiveness in the world. We do have to keep the bar high in terms of, but
hold on a second now. Let's go back. And Nicole, I mean, explain, if you will, because we've all heard this before, but isn't there a feeling that the Obama administration likes to sort of divide and conquer? That's what a lot of conservative people say, and that this was a part of.
Exactly. And I accept that people misspeak. I think I do it every time I'm on live television. But I think that there's a sense among Republicans, and I know that actually your mission unites people across the aisle, so it's ironic that you've ended up in this position, but I think there's a sense among Republicans that this sort of viewing the country and viewing the Obama administration policies through this lens of highly sliced and diced by race in some cases.
Just to be very clear, this is the exact opposite of this. My point was that when you dummy down standards, when you're lying to children, that affects all children. That affects all families. It's not just
white suburban.
Even in more affluent suburban areas, not just in the inner city, every child needs to have high standards. That was my very simple point, and we need to do a better job collectively articulating to parents why we want their children to be competitive, not in their district or in their state. Our children are as smart, as talented, as creative, as entrepreneurial, as hardworking as children anywhere in the world. We have to level the playing field for them. They are competing for jobs with children in India, in China, in Singapore, South Korea. That's the competition. We all need to come together to help our students be successful there, and the best way to do that is with great teachers, which is what we're here to talk about today.
Do you feel hampered, though, sometimes by the way, I mean, your role is really ideally not a partisan one, but do you feel hampered by the really hyper-politicized view through which most Americans view the Obama White House?
I'm the most non-political person you're ever going to meet. I could care less about politics.
But you have to deal with all
my job is simply to fight for children. I've worked with everyone, Republican, Democrat, left, right, it doesn't matter. We want to reduce dropout rates. We want to increase high school graduation rates. We want to make sure our children are going to some form of higher education. We're fighting not just for education. We're fighting for a stronger country, a stronger economy. Put politics and ideology, frankly, that gets in the way. Let's just work together on behalf of kids. Let's fight for children.
Mr. Secretary, one of the challenges with Common Core on the other side has been the implementation of it. You're working hard. Part of your comment, I think, which I happen to agree with, the sentiment in a strong way, you're finding opposition from many people who believe their kids were doing well, and when they learn they're not, they're going to be upset. You apologize for the clumsy way of saying it, but you were spot on. But there's some complications and criticism around how this thing is being implemented.
Spot on about what? Spot on about what?
Spot on about the fact that you're finding
that's about white suburban moms?
Joe, you know I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're spot on when you find people who believe their kids are learning, who live in comfortable havens in this country, who believe that their schools are fine. But when you actually apply their kids and put their kids up against kids around the globe, they not only lose, but the country loses. I think that's the point he was making. Now, the implementation of the Common Core, there have been some problems with it. There have been some challenges.